Welcome back to Northern Tesla. So, you're thinking of pulling the trigger on a Model 3? Let me walk you through the order page. When ordering a Model 3, you have a few options to decide. I'm going to go over them so you can make a good decision for your new Tesla. But first, be sure to subscribe. You'll get some awesome new content for your new Tesla and help out my channel. All right, so first thing you're going to decide is the range. The biggest factor when deciding between any Tesla model is range. Standard Range Plus currently sits at 423 kilometers or 263 miles, while the long range is 568 kilometers or 353 miles. One thing to keep in mind is these are rated miles. Just like conventional cars, the advertised fuel economy is under perfect conditions. Real-world driving is always less. The same goes with EVs. One of the main factors that affect range is temperature. If you're in a colder climate, you won't get as much range in the winter. Other factors include speed, driving style, and interior climate. On the SR Plus, I currently drive 160 kilometers or 100 miles daily to work and back. With leaving at 90%, I return home with anywhere from 20 to 25% in the winter and 40 to 45% in the summer. It's more than enough as a daily driver, and that's with a very long commute. If you're the type of person who goes on long road trips, then maybe the long range is for you. But I'll always say this, buy as much range as you can. Other factors to consider in regards to the range, the SR Plus does have a slower charger, but because of a smaller battery, it takes slightly less time to charge compared to the long range. In real world times, the difference is relatively unnoticeable, but you'll notice at the supercharger that your charging rate is a bit slower than everyone else. The actual rated EP range is slightly better on the SR Plus. I'm going to use the gas term here, coming in an average of 141 miles per gallon versus 121 of the long range. Another big difference between the two is the acceleration. For 0 to 60, the SR Plus comes in at 5.3 seconds, while the long range comes in at 4.2. When I first got my SR, I thought it was the quickest thing I've ever driven. Then I sat in a Model S. The SR Plus is still quick and it will impress anyone who's never ridden in a Tesla, but obviously feels a bit sluggish compared to the Model S, and even the Model 3 long range of performance because they're dual motor. Like I said, range is the biggest factor you got to decide on. I did a deeper dive in the additional differences between the SR Plus and long range, and you can check that out right over here if you're deciding between the two. So once you've decided on a model, let's go into the trim options. So your first option is paint color. I think paint will always be individual preference. Right now, the included option is white, while all the other colors come in at an added cost. Midnight Silver, Black, and Blue all come in at $1,300 Canadian or $1,000 US, and red comes in at $2,600 Canadian or $2,000 US. At the end of the day, though, I suggest get what you like, unless you're on a budget. Ultimately, I'm a fan of a white Tesla, so it's an easy choice for me. But my second option is definitely red, although I would love if they brought back silver. So next comes wheels. Again, like the paint, wheels are definitely personal preference. The Aero wheels come standard, while the 19-inch sport wheels are a $2,000 Canadian or $1,500 US upgrade. The one thing to keep in mind, though, is efficiency. Obviously, the smaller 18-inch Aero wheels will provide the best efficiency. This article from Electric compares the 18s and 19s on the performance model. You can see that the EPA estimates show an 8% increase in range with the Aero wheels, which is on par with what Tesla previously claimed of a 10% increase. I'm not sure though if these numbers are with the Aero covers on or not. Either way, know you'll have better range with the smaller, more aerodynamic wheels. On to the interior. You have black or white. The white interior will run you $1,300 Canadian or $1,000 US. As you can see, I have the black interior. And I chose black probably the same reason everyone avoids white, because they're afraid to get them dirty, especially when you have kids. I can tell you from a lot of friends that have the white seats with kids that they really do keep clean. But it's like anything. You just gotta stay on top of it with regular cleaning and wiping whenever there's a spill or something like that. There's also tons of products out there to help them stay clean. Even just soapy water works really good. The other difference between the white and black interior is the trim on the dash and doors. A point of contention for some people with the black interior is the wood trim on the dash. I know some people aren't a fan, but there's tons of aftermarket kits to cover it up with whatever you like. The one thing I will say about the white interior is it really does brighten the interior quite a bit, and it really has that Tesla feel. It looks really nice. Your last option is going to be full self-driving, which is the biggest of the upgrades. Now, at the time of this video, April 2021, there is still no subscription model. So if you want it, you're paying for the whole kit and caboodle. Right now, it's 10,600 Canadian because we haven't had the increase yet, or 10,000 US. One thing to keep in mind, if you're waiting for the subscription, it still would be cheaper to buy it outright. Elon has stated this before. It's like any subscription service. Depending how long you have it, it's usually worth it to buy it outright instead of paying for monthly. So of course you want to consider how long you're going to keep your car, which is because you can't transfer it. Other factors like exactly how much the monthly price will be, I can't really offer any advice because right now we just don't know. So let's talk about what you do get with FSD in its current state. Other than the select few that are testing FSD beta in the States, up here in Canada and the rest of the world, this is what you're getting. FSD includes Navigate on Autopilot, Smart Summon, and Auto Park. Smart Summon is a convenient feature when it works. Sometimes it works like a charm, and other times it's like my 4-year-old is driving. I will say it is getting better with time. Auto Park only works when you're parking between two cars, which I rarely do. I'm the guy who parks way at the end of the parking lot. The few times I have used it though, it does a good job. The big part of FSD is of course the self-driving and Navigate on Autopilot. Using it, your car will go from on-ramp to off-ramp. It will make your lane changes and navigate through interchanges on different highways. It's an incredible feature and I use it on my entire commute all the time. It works flawlessly about 90% of the time. There's still a few issues with phantom braking, making lane changes when you're not need to, and its ability to function in inclement weather. But for the most part, it's a great feature and has come a very long way. With city driving, it will stop at intersections and traffic lights and will keep you in your lane. But right now, it will not do turns and cannot do navigate in the city. These features are all coming soon, depends when. So if you don't have FSD, the car comes with basic autopilot, which is a great feature. If you're traveling on a single highway, it will work great. It still changes lanes for you. You just have to activate it with your turn signal. With FSD up here in Canada, you still have to okay each lane change with a tug of the steering wheel. So it's not that much more effort. Where FSD will be beneficial is if your commute involves multiple highways and interchanges like myself, and eventually when you can drive in the city. Where the debate comes in is when will full self-driving actually be available? Now, I'm not talking actual full self-driving level 5 autonomy where the car is driving itself, but in the Tesla term where it gets you from point A to point B with little to no intervention. I don't doubt that it will be here soon, but you have to ask yourself, is it worth it right now, especially when you can't transfer it to another car? So you can either pay less now with less features and hopefully it comes later, or pay a little more later, and also that subscription model could be here soon. It's a bit of a gamble, and you just have to see if you're willing to bet that. But you're betting on Elon Musk, who sends rockets up to space and lands them on a drone boat. All right, I guess you're ready to order. Congratulations. I hope this little guide helped, and be sure to subscribe for more helpful videos for your brand new Tesla. And thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week. But I am a fan of the silver. Oh my god, the bloopers are going to be insane because it's the longest script I've ever done, and it's not going good. It only works when you're parking between. So using it FSD will be beneficial when FSD in Canada. 18-inch. And then why can't I just read what it says? Then I wouldn't have an issue. $1,300 Canadian. Black, blue, all come in at $1,300. $1,300, which is par with your. Oh my god, I can't read. All right, now, wait. Oh, okay. So your first choice. So your first option is paint. Option is white, while all the others. Oh my god, I can't talk today. Is white, while all the others colors come. Night silver, black, blue, all come in at $13. All come in at $13. Why can't I say 1,300? Is efficiency. Obviously, the smaller 18-inch wheels, kids. stop texting me. I was doing so good. I like that one. Good choice on each one. Just read what the it says. I wrote it. Over them. Losing it. Bring a Model 3. You have a few options to. Fuck, I'm done. I'm done.